Hi sweet peas, welcome back to another Tuesday, another week, another video. We're back today with a cliche YouTube lifestyle video because despite the fact that I have very long and unruly hair, and I used to speak about it when I first started this channel, I have never shown you my getting ready hair routine. And I wanted to do that. So I was feeling like taking some time to look after myself today, and I was like, now's the time to film it. Now's the time to do it, Shaaba. Come on. Why the hesitance, I hear you ask? It takes me a long time to sort my hair out, to make it all glossy and shiny and healthy, especially if I ever want it to look straight, which today I do. So I don't tend to do it very often, you know, the whole straightening thing, but I'm excited to show you how I do it. And hopefully if you have long and unruly and thick hair, it might be able to help you too. Before we begin though, please can we put our hands together because I, Shaaba, got my very first independent, as in separate from Jamie, ad for this channel. Yay Peapod! And better yet, is for a product that I actually use and really do love. So obviously it goes without saying I would never promote something to you that I didn't actually like. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you to Abess's 5-in-1 Hot Air Hair Volumizing Brush. Check out the pretty box. It's a 5-in-1 brush because it does many things, and not only does it dry your hair, it can also curl and straighten it at the same time. I started using one because my aunt uses one and it works a treat. This one in particular is beautiful, it is black, it is gold, it is stunning, and when it's on it has 3 different heat settings right here. Cool, low and high. Ready? This volumizing brush also comes with this glorious tiny little rake which I am absolutely in love with. How cute is that? More useful to my needs, it also comes with 2 little clips so you can hold your hair back as you're getting on with taming the untamable, the lion's mane. It is great value and it can curl or straighten and dry your hair in half the time than drying and straightening, and with significantly less damage because it dries and styles in one. Good times. This brush also has a ceramic coating and little comb bristles to make sure that your little head doesn't get too hot as you're drying and styling it, and it works like a charm. So if you, like me, struggle to style your hair with many different devices, you too can pick up one of these beauties by using the link downstairs in the description box. And you can use my exclusive discount code SH40 to get 40% off. Look Ma, I'm a proper YouTuber now. Now on with the video. So my hair is thick, it is long, it gives me headaches and sometimes migraines because it is so thick and so long. And I've been advised by a hairdresser that to keep my hair as healthy as possible, I shouldn't be washing it too often. I tend to wash my hair around 2 to 3 times a week. The longer and heavier it is, the less greasy I find it gets. And so that's really manageable for me. I don't really want to talk about the specific shampoos that I like to use, probably gonna tell you anyway, but try not to take this too much to heart because different shampoos work with different hairs and different like natural oil levels, like it's so specific to you. So if you found one that works for you, go ahead and use that one. I personally love to use the banana range from the Body Shop because they're vegan, they're eco-friendly, they're just fantastic, and it makes my hair feel good. It smells so good like banana. And every so often I'll also use the banana hair mask that they have. You swish it through your hair, you leave it in for 20 minutes whilst you're shaving and doing all the good things to your body, and it just makes your hair feel specifically soft and specifically shiny for those moments. I used it today. Now as a top tip that I've learned and actually has helped, it's really important to not go too crazy scrunching your hair like this when you're in the shower putting your shampoo on. When I was younger I remember my mum would be like my hair would be going all over the place, but I just take it easy. I lightly and smoothly run my hair through my fingers. Run my fingers through my hair. Wash it out gently. Remember the shower is like a therapeutic time, right? It's time for you, it's time for me. I love having showers. And when I'm done, I wrap it up in a little towel like this one. As you can see, my hair's so long, it doesn't quite fit. Tiny little ponytail. This kind of turban wrap is actually not supposed to be the best for your hair. I've done it today because filming this, I knew it was going to take a little while. I just wanted it to be contained. But normally I just scoop it up and I try not to put too much tension on my hair because it doesn't feel great, and it's also not great for your hair in terms of like keeping it healthy and not making sure it like falls out. Thick towel materials are also not supposed to be too great, so if you can find like a large cotton t-shirt or a cotton sheet, that's really handy to just whoop, whoop. A cardinal sin I have heard, and I never do this, is when you grab the towel and you flip it over and you do this with the towel in your hand to like get all the excess moisture out of your hair. It's not a good idea to do that. I would get significantly more fallout and that was just not okay. So if you have long and unruly hair and that is something that you do, kindly stop. For your own benefit, please. This is when I'll come out the shower and voila, look like this. Look at that. My hair is already becoming beastly. It's already turning itself into little curls. It's fine. It's fine. I wouldn't mind the wet hair look if it stayed like this, but the fact is it doesn't. It goes really poofy and it goes out like this. One thing that I hate about long hair as well, I do love it, I swear, there's a reason I keep it like this, but the one thing that really does bug me is when the small hairs, particularly when they're wet, get caught in things like your bra strap or under your armpit, and just pulling it out just tugs and it's like, ow, ow. So this is a time when I'll lightly brush my hair using a paddle brush, and I'll also use a tangle tamer spray, because when your hair is this thick and knots just create themselves on their own because your hair has a mind of its own, it's really handy to just get those knots out with as little tension as possible. Some people say that you shouldn't be using a paddle brush or even a comb on your hair when you come out the shower, but you know what? If I didn't do that, my hair would just be like a big mass of knot. It would just not be pleasant, and I've not had any issues with doing it this way so far. So I'll twist my hair, but not too much because again, don't want that tension, and just slowly brush all the knots out. It doesn't take too long. There you go. Tangle taming spray is honestly a lifesaver. Just want to make sure that's not too wonky. I got a wonky. Now I look like the Grudge. And there we go. Cute! Now the aim is to use the volumizing brush to keep my hair looking this beautifully sleek and this beautifully manageable and this beautifully close to my little head when it's dry, not just wet, instead of going a poof. So I'm just gonna do that now. Start by tying up one side, making it more manageable. You just know that every time I move it, more knots are forming, more knots are forming. Simple as that. Now to the rest of my head. And now we've made it to the other side. What do you think? What do you think? See, it took like 10 minutes. How good is that? Still long, still thick, but significantly better tamed. Oh yeah! Once I'm happy that I've reached everywhere with my little volumizing brush, there is one thing left to do. That is to add a little bit of coconut oil. My parents used to put jasmine oil in my hair growing up, but I found that coconut oil makes it significantly less greasy. It just smells nicer. I'm a big fan of the coconut oil. And look at that. Silky, smooth, shiny, tamed hair. There you go. For the longest time, I loved having my hair loose. In fact, I didn't really have an option because of my keloid scar on this ear. I just kept it loose to hide everything. But since then I've been a little bit more adventurous, and there's quite a lot that you can do with your hair to make it sort of manageable and still looking stylish without spending too much time. Style 1 is just like this, loosey-goosey. Sorry, didn't see there. The second style that I like to use involves one of these beauties, a crocodile clip. Crocodile clips are so underrated, but especially when your hair is like straightened and therefore more manageable, you see, because it's like half the density. They're a lot easier to use because they can actually grab all of the hair that you want them to grab. You can just grab these two sides here from either sides of your head and clip them together. Easy as pie. And how good does that look? Out of the way, half up, half down. It's having a little bit of Legolas. I think it looks gorgeous. It keeps your hair out the way. And you can use different clips for different occasions. This one is a very basic clip. But I also have an Asian style clip for the times I want to look a little bit more, you know, from the motherland. This very sparkly clip for when we go out to like fancy weddings, which isn't very often. Everyone should own a sparkly clip. My third very simple style is a high pony. And this is very easy to do. You just need to brush the top of your hair all the way back. You grab it all higher, making sure you don't let anything go. And then you scoop it all up and you use a little bowl and you just, you know, transform into Ariana Grande. Oop, how pretty, how out the way. Oh my goodness. And again, just like the crocodile clips, you can use different bobbles for different styles. Some days call for a plain bobble, like this. Other days may call for a scrunchie. Or maybe if you're feeling really cutesy, you want to put a tiny little bow, you can just situate it right here at the top. Oh my gosh, I feel so cute. Does this say picnic or what? You can get all kinds of fancy bubbles. I'm a big fan of the bubble. And there you have it. That is how I rule my unruly hair. Now, I have one final question for you before we go. What do you call this? I'd love to know. I call them bubbles, but sometimes people call them headbands, and that makes me feel really confused because I thought a headband is like one of these things. Oh my gosh, I look like such a child. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little sneak peek into my hair routine. I hope for those of you who have similar kinds of hair, this has been useful. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more. And I'll catch you next week with another video. Bye!